quick launch. Foot on the brake. Traction sport. 3, 2, 1. Holy shit. That is insane. That's insane. What's going on, YouTube? There are very few days that bring me the amount of excitement and joy that this one does. But currently I'm driving an Audi RS6 Avante. And it's really hard to accurately describe just how the tingling sensation in my fingers and my feet feel right now. I feel like a little kid that's having his first memorable Christmas. It's a good day. So y'all are joining me inside of a 2023 Audi RS6 Avante. This car actually belongs to some friends of mine, and they were kind enough to let me borrow it for an afternoon to let me make this video for you guys. So let me first give y'all an in-depth look. We're sitting in traffic. Full leather dash, matte carbon inlays. Love this thing. And we're off. And from what I can tell, the biggest difference between an Audi RS6 Avante and the M5 competitor is the ride quality and the power. So the M5 is a little bit faster than the RS6 Avante. It's a little bit lighter car. That being said, it's very clear that the Audi is the more comfortable daily driver. It's more practical just being an Avante. And are you really going to notice 615 horsepower, I think is what the M5 puts out, versus 590? I don't know. 20 horsepower difference, talking about as near as makes a difference, 600 horsepower. I mean, you don't really care. The RS6 Avante does not lack power. It's plenty fast to get around anything that you run into in traffic. Even those pesky Hellcats, they don't stand a chance. This thing is epic. Riding in it, I don't know why I'm speaking loudly, because frankly you don't hear anything. There's no outside noise. The ride quality is superb. I am in the auto drive mode right now, where the computers just adjust to how you're driving. So there's your RS modes, RS1 and RS2, dynamic, comfort, and auto are your drive modes. I'm not sure if the camera's gonna pick it up because of how quiet the car is, but we put it in dynamic and the exhaust opens up. Just listen to it. Has no problem at all getting up to speed. Yeah, no problem whatsoever getting up to speed. And we're in dynamic too, so dynamic mode is the harshest ride mode that you have. And I'm still comfortable. I mean, I feel like we're bouncing around a little bit more as opposed to being in the auto mode or comfort. Put it back in the auto. That thing's absolutely nuts. The thing about driving around in this RS6, you feel like you're in a normal car. When you're just driving it and you're just looking at the speedometer, I mean, look, the thing says we're in 4-cylinder mode. So look, we're being fuel efficient, we're driving responsibly. It's as if the gas pedal is a landmine. I mean, anytime you go near the gas pedal, it just absolutely like shoves your head in the back and just goes. Aside from that, you feel like you're in a normal car, except when you look to your left or right, anybody at the stoplight is just staring at you, wondering what you're driving. God, this thing's so epic. But this is a 2023 Audi RS6 Avante. Audi's 4-liter twin-turbo V8 is what powers this monster. And as you can see, this one is murdered out in every sense of the word. Driving around in this thing at night, I cannot tell you how it feels, because when you're driving in it, it feels like you're in an ordinary car. And you start to get disconnected from just exactly how special this thing is. Obviously, there's little things in there that remind you of how special the car is, but you just don't get an idea that you're driving one of the most rare Audis ever to be built. R8s have an incredible wow factor, but they've been building R8s since 2008, and we haven't had an RS6 Avante. We haven't had an RS6 since 03 and 04. Like the early 2000s is when Audi brought the last RS6 to the US, and I don't want to say that this one's overdue, but it's overdue, and what a car. I mean, I can't stop staring at it. It's sitting on 22-inch 5-blade design wheels. This one has the black brake calipers, and then you can see it a little bit more clearly through the camera, but the mirror caps are carbon fiber. Carbon fiber on the rocker panel. And this one has the black Audi badges. What a car. Dual exhaust in the back. Murdered out RS6 Avante badging. Special thanks to my friends Ray and Julie for letting me borrow this car. I love you guys, y'all are the best. And then when you walk up to it, there's your animation headlights. It does that in the front and in the back. Imagine this pulling up to you at night. I mean, if you were in a Toyota Prius, you'd probably just wet yourself, or hopefully move out of the way. I mean, this thing is menacing. RS badging on the floor for the puddle light. RS6 Avante inside of the door jamb. This one has the matte carbon fiber inlays, and then there's Alcantara and leather everywhere that you touch. And now you can see the ambient lighting too, which is not something we typically get to see in the daytime. And then look at all of the comforts that you have in this car. So heated ventilated seats, 4-zone climate control, heated steering wheel. You see the illumination behind the Quattro badge too. The ambient lighting in here is adjustable. You've got a multitude of colors to choose from. You just go into your vehicle, lights and visibility. Gone over this before, but there are your different colors. I have found that I like driving the car. RS mode is probably the best way to do it, because if I push RS, this is how they have their setup. And then if I just want to change the display, I'm a sucker for the classic layout. I don't know why, but check that out. There's your G meter, and you've got all these different menus in there. There's your tire pressure menu and your torque and power output menu. And it even changes the head-up display. All these things are customizable, by the way. Made that light. cruising in the car right now, man. I really just wanted to make this video to show you guys what it's like to actually drive one of these things. I'm telling you, when you're inside of it, you completely forget what kind of car you're in. It feels just like a very comfortable Audi. There's no noise on the outside, very little wind noise. If I wasn't in dynamic, you wouldn't hear the burbles from the V8. You ever wonder what people are thinking in the car in front of you? Like, do they have any idea what's behind them? So when you kick it over into the manual gear shift mode, you get way more burbles out of the exhaust too. And there's no one behind me, so we're gonna do a quick launch. Foot on the brake. Traction sport. 3, 2, 1. Holy shit. That is insane. That's insane. Kick it back over. Oh my gosh, that's insane. Police. Oh my. That truck was facing the wrong way on the highway. Only in Augusta. Holy cow, that thing launches hard. Holy shit. Overall, I love this thing, man. This is one of the most fun cars I've ever driven. And it does everything well. It's comfortable, it's quiet when you want it to be, it's hugely powerful. And you can fit your entire family in it. I really don't know what else you need out of a car. You could do a road trip in this thing and then head straight to the track, and in the same day have 2 wonderful experiences for 2 completely different reasons. But you don't need a big SUV, you don't need an SQ7, you don't need an SQ8. If you can find the RS6 Avante, get the RS6 Avante. I mean, they've only been out for 3 years. The R8s have been out since 08 in some form or another. So if you really think about it, this is one of the most rare cars that Audi makes. And you can daily it with a 4-year, 50,000 mile warranty. I love this thing, man. Thank you so much to the owners for letting me use this car to make this review. This has been one of the most incredible experiences of my life. I know that sounds dramatic, but I just love cars, and getting to drive something like this is an experience I know that most people will never get, so I'm very grateful for it.